Okay, I'm live. What's good, everybody? So, I needed to pop on here. Oh, it's shiny. I forgot my little stand, but I needed to pop on here and let you all know. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Let's see what I can do about that. Okay, so this talk is not about not underestimating your skills. I want to really include soft skills too, okay? Because a lot of times, our mentors are saying, okay, get a new skill. Gas is going up to $10 a gallon. Get a new skill. Winter is coming. Get a new skill. Okay, like we got it. Time to get a new skill. It's time to get a new skill. But let's talk about what are some skills. Sometimes just the ability to reason with somebody else is an invaluable skill. That is a huge skill. People skills are huge, and that's an umbrella that also encompasses, right, the art of communication, communicating with people very artfully, right? um, De-escalating conflict, that is a skill. Don't underestimate that. If you were in a household and things are jacked up and you're always the person trying to calm everybody down, that's a skill. Now, with that's how your family is and the whole flying monkeys and stuff like that. Maybe that's a chat for another time. But this is a skill, generally speaking, undoubtedly. This is something that's going to help you prosper. It's going to help you prepare for what is being launched. What's another skill? Critical thinking skills are another skill. This is, you don't want to underestimate this. So if you, generally speaking, are somebody who likes to prepare a lot, and in previous video I made about my experience in conferences, I showed you guys some of the cushions I use. When I travel, I need cushions, I need things. Okay, it's going to be a 20-hour flight. Okay, let me go and get water, let me get snacks. These are things I'm anticipating. I eat vegan food. I'm not trying to spend a lot more money. I spend so much on this plane ticket. I spent a lot on the tickets to the event. I spend a lot for the hotel. I spend a lot, you understand, for the taxi to get there. I spend a lot. So all those things, it makes no sense for me to also know that planning ahead is important. So that's the next thing that you want to like also consider. It's not just one thing. It's definitely not just one thing. So there's tons of skills. Editing is a huge skill. I'm so really appreciative of people who are very technical. Understanding algorithms is a skill. So I don't want you to underestimate that. If you speak multiple languages, that's a skill. If you know how to get by on very little money, guess what, honey? That is a skill. So when we think about going through this new change, where humanity is going, what we need to do in the event of X, Y, and Z, and everybody's saying get a new skill. Let's focus on some of the things that we're not like thinking of. Not everybody's going into AI. Yes, this is the future of the world. We're not thinking of what is needed now. Some people are thinking of what is coming in the future so they can be ready. But in order to get there, you kind of need to know what you have going on instead of feeling like, oh, I have to get something. No, no. What do I have that I'm really good at that I can really hone in on? So this is important, right? And it actually hadn't hit me until somebody else. I was sitting down at one of my favorite vegan spots, a Taiwanese place, and this girl from Germany was saying, "Oh my gosh, that's such a great skill." And I thought, but I told her about how I traveled to Mexico 6 years ago and I had $200. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea, no plan, no X, Y, nada. So nada means nothing. So if I need to kind of explain that to you. And I was just telling her, like, but the thing is, it didn't seem that big of a deal to me. I was just kind of like, okay. And prior to that, I was walking around doing my errands, and I just thought, there's nothing really extraordinary about what it is that I'm doing. The truth is, anybody could pack up and get a ticket. Anybody could buy a plane ticket. And it doesn't take much. Anyone can write a book. There's a kid by the name of Jalen. About 5 years ago, I was in Seattle, Washington, and he was writing a book. He just stapled it up and put his name on it, and he said, "This is my new book." And I was like so impressed. I said, "Bro, can you please sign my arm because I need your signature?" So the thing is, we are using a skill of just go get it is a huge skill. What I learned for the most amazing few days in a business conference was that the person who is the scariest is one who can outrun many. So we look at a lot of people. We look at Meet Kevin. We look at skill. Who is somebody who is the workforce? It's not one who can just go the quickest. It's the person who can outrun and outlast everyone. That is the skill. So, I listen to a lot of motivational speeches. I haven't listened to my traditional ones lately, but I remember there was one, and this man was talking about how at off season he would always pick up about one weight heavier. It was even like a pound or 5 pounds or even half a pound. And this is what helps him get into the season. He was older than everybody else, and he was still outlasting all of these young, players. They were star players, but how is he, in the NFL, or I can't remember what league, but he was like, "This is what gives me the edge. I push a little harder." So I want to remind you that how important working hard is of this skill. And multitasking is a huge skill. I mean, it's just not a lot of people can carry a lot of weight. Some people get very stressed out very easily. And again, your multidimensional thinking is a skill. Most people, unfortunately, and I don't want to say most people, the way I'm in my world, I'm still kind of like, they call me a unique mind, but still, like, a lot of us have similar mindsets. So the way you think is also a skill. I want you guys to really focus on this right now in this season as things are changing, as you are really evaluating why, not just, okay, I'm getting double, not just, you knew me before, you knew every hair on my head. Of course, I'm paraphrasing, right? I'm paraphrasing from Isaiah. And Jeremiah. So I'm like, Jeremiah 6 verses 1 and Isaiah 6 verses 1 and Jeremiah. So it just kind of like, if we think about our skills and the things that we can advance in, okay, if this is a cold winter, it's nice to have a plan, but I also want to tell you guys, a skill of not planning but thinking on your feet is one of the biggest skills. Don't underestimate that. The ability to plan but also be extremely flexible and know, like, not everything has to be planned out is a skill. Maybe you have a unique mind, and some people call it a disorder, and you're either like, everything needs to be in order, and the way you think and things have to be a certain way. That's actually a skill. So really focus on your uniqueness and all the things that you have to offer right now. And things are going to change. I promise you that. And as a matter of fact, listen, things are going to change so much, so well, so good, so powerful for you that it's going to catapult you from where you thought you were going to be in an instant. Really, really. And it first starts with our mind. Everything has to start from within. Everything is always of the mind. Well, usually it's like a spiritual background before you start seeing it physically. But have even a vision. Holding a vision in your mind happens first before you advance in real life. So for that, I really want to share that with you guys and let you know that you are so awesome. You have a lot of skills, and the ability to speak multiple languages is one, the ability to adapt, the ability to make friends quickly, the ability to read a room. These are really strong abilities. The ability to read people, to understand, to see them, not just from what they show you, but what you're being shown. Okay. So there's that. Okay, guys, I'm going to hop off. You like the hair? I got to fix the camera. I'm going to do that right now, just so I can show you guys a few things. But yeah, it's like green and kind of pink. And I'll try to upload a video now and on a different camera. I'll see you. Bye.